How's it going, folks? Atheist Chef here. Well, if you've ever heard of the YouTube user, I've done a video about him, StateofDaniel. He did a reply video to the Amazing Atheists, and I'm really not going to cover too much, but in the middle of the video, he talked about that he had a proof for God, a logical proof for God, and so I wanted to jump on it, so let's see what Daniel has to say.
So you see, your mind can exist even if the world were a dream. But matter can't exist in the dream world because the dream world is immaterial, right? Therefore, because your mind can exist in a dream world even though matter can't, that must mean that your mind is immaterial. But since dualism is impossible because immaterial things can't interact with material things, that must mean that everything else around us is immaterial too. Matter does not exist. If you accept all the previous premises as true, matter can't possibly exist. All there is mind. So the universe is inside of God's mind.
Daniel stumbles right at the starting gate, as his first premise is a perfect example of begging the question. Now here's why. Take a look at Daniel's first premise. A mind can exist even if the world were a dream. However, we can look at this and know that a dream is nothing but a product of a mind. Therefore, if we bring it to its logical conclusion, the statement becomes, the mind can exist in a world that is a product of a mind. With that noted, this argument essentially becomes, the mind can exist in a world that is a product of a mind, therefore the universe, including everything, including all minds, is inside of a mind. That is completely circular. His conclusion is inside the very first premise. Even if I just simply ignored the fact that his reasoning is circular, and his argument is circular, the very claim that a mind can exist inside a dream world, or a world even if it were a dream, it's incredibly dubious and still needs to be proven. Now, it is possible for the mind to function while we're inside of a dream. That is because the dream is a product of a mind. But you cannot conflate that with the idea that a mind exists inside of a dream. And I'm not saying you are, Daniel. I'm just saying for those that may try and argue that point in return. You then also have to answer, Daniel, why it is your God in particular. Why is it not Allah, or Vishnu, or Mithra, or some God that we've never even heard of before? That we are inside the mind of some God that we have no idea exists. You're making a bold jump, a leap of faith, if you will, and show nothing to back it up. And then finally, let's go just a little bit deeper. Why does it stop at your God's mind? If we agree, if I give you the premise that a mind can exist inside of another mind, or that conclusion, if I give you that conclusion, then God's mind could be inside of another mind. And that mind could be inside of another mind, and so on, and so on. The fact is, Daniel, this isn't too new of a thought. If you look up Berkeley's Immaterialism, it seems like Daniel took a different spin on it, and instead of going to solipsism, he goes into kind of a dream world. But really, the argument is old. It's been defeated by others much smarter than myself, which doesn't take much. But just the things I pointed out earlier are enough to bring your argument crashing down. Also, as far as quantum mechanics is concerned, yes, you show one scientist, and this guy, is it Matsui? I can't even think his name. I'm probably confusing it with every other Japanese developer for a video game that I've ever heard in my entire life, because I roll like that. Yes, the guy is very smart, and I'm not going to try and take away anything from him. However, quantum mechanics is so controversial at this point that to try and make a statement or a truth claim about it, the top physics experts and quantum mechanics, all that, professors and all them scientists and whatnot, they are even split up. I mean, it's split up about 5 different ways to Sunday. There is no consensus on it yet, and I believe Lawrence Krauss said it. Those that claim that they know quantum mechanics don't. And if these type of people are the ones that are saying, no, we don't really have a full grasp on it, to try and turn around to use it as an argument for God, doesn't work out that way. Sorry. Well, I think that's all I'm going to say about this, folks. If I missed anything crucial, any really good response to this that I may have glossed over, because I just only wanted to provide a few of the big main ones that I could think of at the time, because I could be better at this. But anyways, comment them down below, and I'll put them in annotations somewhere, probably towards the end. Just to have a better response for anybody else that comes across this same debunked argument. Anyways, this is the Atheist Chef. Peace!